Well, hello everybody. Welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Hope you had a good week. It is time. How's everybody doing? Hey Gary, how are you? Good to see you. Glad to hear. Soon be beginning the action, but for some reason, the game does not want to load. So, go ahead and do a restart. I can tell that's going to be a great sign. But it should be okay. Maybe. Who knows? Out of shaders. I never understood how that worked. Surely there aren't that many literal shaders. Shaders just a typical game have anyway. I know in Unity or something of that particular persuasion, you mostly do a shader when you want a different type of look for texture. Usually aren't that many different ones. Especially if you have a standardized shader, which Unity does. Okay. Let's get into it. And hope it actually loads into the game. Otherwise, I may have to make some adjustments. That's okay. It should be just fine. As we wait for that spinning, whatever that is. Made to look sci-fi. Like a double ring. Let's listen to some music while we wait.
This is something that you can afford, an urban epidemic that is a Metroid. Now this is something that you can't comprehend, and none can say an outbreak is about to begin. Yo, this is something that you can't afford, an urban epidemic that is a Metroid. Now this is something that you can't comprehend, and none can say an outbreak is about to begin.
You know what the hell? Ah, crap. We still on? No, everything froze. Okay, good. We're back on. Good. Frick. That actually scared me there. When I noticed that nothing was responding as it should. Actually kind of scared me there for a hot minute. Not gonna lie. But the game is loaded in now, technically. It's still having the loading fits, especially in this area. For some reason, Vault Forge does not play nicely. Hopefully we will get out of here soon. Okay, come on. Come on, Samus. Pedal to the metal. Almost metal ripped. I do like that. It's kind of cool. Oh, jeez. Don't worry, just because that loud beep is there, that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna crash. It just means loading issues. I think it has to do with those spire towers over there. Every time I look away from one and then look towards it, it has the freezing fits. I think the game has to load in a lot of information because of the polygon dense spire that we are staring at. That is my hunch, though. This area in general does not play nicely, I've heard. But hopefully things will get much better as we leave. Oh, crap. Right, there is still sort of that other bug as well. The scan visor doesn't want to focus on what you want to focus on. Notice something? Those kind of look like racetracks, don't they? I don't think it's going to be a third tower we have to activate. Although I mostly noticed this because I did kind of test it to see if I could get it stable. So I already kind of saw the first track. They have already seen this coming. Just a bit. If you notice, when I'm not moving, the game runs perfectly. But, right, then when I do this, all of a sudden the frame rate goes to hell. It's kind of weird, isn't it? I think it has something to do with the way the game loads in data. It makes sense, right? Because literally, no matter where I look, if I stop turning the camera, all of a sudden everything is fine. You can see the animated elements like the arm cannon and those holograms in the back, they're fine. Also, mostly if I'm facing away from the spire towers outside, because for some reason when I'm looking at the spire towers, well, and I'm turning the camera actively, yeah, it does not play nicely with that. Actually, I think the doors leading outside might be the biggest problem for some reason. It might be because it has to load in some outside area too. See, when I'm looking right here, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. This is where Metroid turns to Akira. Or I guess Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had a motorcycle too. Greetings, driver. Today we will be conducting Viola performance and combat trials. Yeah, it's a tutorial for the bike. Are you surprised, chat? Performance will factor into final vehicle certification. As a reminder, all 3 test courses must be completed before Viola is delivered to the certification supervisor. I mean, technically it already belongs to Samus. She can call it in and everything, but, you know, mandatory tutorials, eh? Well, I guess let's put the pedal to the metal. Complete a full lap in under 50 seconds. Oh no, so hard. They were so proud of this motorcycle. And it is a cool motorcycle, I don't don't know if it's Metroid, per se. It would have been cool if it was like the Bell Beast, you know, where it's like a fast travel mechanic. Or even like Metroid Prime 3, where it uses her ship. I can picture that. I can picture Samus going on her motorbike, and then maybe it's almost like Red Dead Redemption 2, almost. Where you like see a time lapse of her riding the bike through the land for a few seconds as it loads in. I think that would be so much cooler. What do you guys think? Wouldn't that have been much better? Use the Viola boost ability to destroy 3 targets. Okay. Yeah. From what I heard, there's gonna be an empty desert where you have to grind for crystals. That's not gonna be fun. Well, there's your challenge. Much of a challenge. Use the power slide. After boosting, immediately press and hold B to power slide. Cool. Cool. Now, the funny thing is, I actually had an idea of an open world F-Zero game. This was before Breath of the Wild and all that stuff made it popular in Nintendo's mind. But I had the idea because he's apparently a bounty hunter. Objectives complete. And that he used bounty hunting to fund his races. And he's mostly known as Falcon Punch! I thought it would be pretty cool to have like an urban open world game where you hunt for bounty hunters. Where you are a bounty hunter, I mean. You're hunting for criminals. And then you beat them up. It's sort of like a beat 'em up, but then it also turns into a racing game. I thought that might have had potential. Like he drives his F-Wing? I don't know what it's called. His vehicle, he drives that around and then he looks for criminals to beat up. Like a Grand Theft Auto clone, basically. I mean, hell, Nintendo has nothing else they're doing with F-Zero. Prepare Viola for next test. Okay. What be the next test? Hey, Parker. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Scan the flying target while driving the Viola. Drive-by scanning. Simulates a flying mechanoid. Cool. I've heard of drive-by shootings, chat, but drive-by scanning? That's a new one. Oh, now it's drive-by shooting, okay. Now it's drive-by shooting. I'm performing a hit and run. Samus must be a Simpson, because she's doing hit and runs. Hey. Get back here. You can't run away from me forever. Hey. Quit escaping me, coward. Kaboom. Huh. Use the multi-target function to destroy 3 targets. Okay. Neat. It's like the Seeker missiles from Prime 2. And I think, yeah, Prime 3 also had it as well. Stop escaping. Stop escaping me, you coward! Oh, he's going right out of range. How dare they? How dare they, chat? Like they're messing with me. Little did they know, I have boosting. Huh. Not so high and mighty now, are you, targets? It's like using the boost ball, too. It's kind of funny. Except you have 2 boost balls. And they're made of rubber. And they're more like ovals than balls, but that's okay. Is it the final challenge? Prepare Viola for the final test. Prepare yourselves, chat. Friggin' roly-polies, man. Fallen. Wait. Eliminate the second wave of attack targets. Oh, okay. Oh, good, it's a flyer. Where's Miles? Don't worry, he'll show up soon enough. The thunderstorm has sadly cut off communications with him. Oh no. I miss him. Get out of here, punk. Is that all you got? You alien bastards are going down. I'm down to my last stick of gum. Wait, where's the last one? Oh, okay. Last one was a bit slow. Objectives complete. The tutorial has been completed. Take the elevator to enter certification. Oh. Vroom, vroom, vroom! Kind of funny how I left off right before this. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I last ended off before this game went completely off the rails. So, how did I do? Am I winner, winner, chicken dinner? Or loser, loser? Hooser. Loser, loser, grab the hooser. I don't know. I don't know words. I'm supposed to hop out of the bike now. Actually, I'm not even sure I would be able to jump. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can. Never mind. I can jump over it. Save station! Hooray! Thus confirming that was not a waste of time. Awesome. This area as a whole, though, is not very friendly to performance. That's wonderful. Technically, the game is supposed to run at 60. In fact, watch what happens if I don't move the camera for a bit. We just find a good place. There we go. Look. When I'm not moving the camera, it's perfect. But for some reason, the way I'm playing it, let's leave it at that. This area in particular does not like the way I'm playing the game. Especially when I'm moving the camera. There you go. So, where is the certifier? Did I pass? Oh. Huh. You know what this looks like, chat? Looks like a boss fight. Probably is. Yep. How did I call it, chat? See, for some reason, whenever the camera has to move, it tanks the performance. What even are you? Ah. Built by Lamorne to manage Volt Forge's factory and installed on an organic computer. Fusion with a Metroid has made it uncontrollable. Okay. Fusion causing its instructions to be forgotten before it modified itself into a battle AI. Okay. Forming a wall of metal panels. Okay. That doesn't really tell me much, does it? Yeah, and going out of the logbook especially is a chore. Oh, nice. You can destroy these. Cool. Its core is exposed. Gotta jump through the shockwave. That little tiny shockwave. Hey. Take this. Oh, okay, I see. You were trying to shock me there, weren't you? It's very rude. Can you believe this guy, Chad? It's very rude. Trying to shock me. How dare you? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, that time you did shock me. How dare you? Very rude. Also, you're kind of exposed there, pal. You might want to do something about that. Okay, he's doing something about it, chat. It's not gonna matter because I'm still going to beat him. But he's trying to do something about it. Oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm so scared. Okay. Oh, crap. You tricky bastard. You almost got me there, didn't you? You almost got me there that time, didn't you? You tricky little SOB. Not impressed. That does not impress me, son. It'll take a lot more than that to beat me. You're not looking so good. Maybe you ought to sit down. You know what this actually reminds me of? It reminds me of that one enemy on Majora's Mask. I don't even remember what it's called. Anyone remember what I'm talking about? That one boss that was covered in eyeballs? I think it was one of the ones in the water temple, in the, no, the Great Bay Temple. It wasn't the frog, it was the other one. I just don't remember what its name was. But it's giving me that kind of vibe. Nintendo seems to enjoy those kinds of bosses. Where they're just covered in something and then you gotta break it off piece by piece. Oh crap. Hey, that's just rude. Rude. You are very rude. Hey, you better run. Better run. He a little angry, chat. Makes killing him all the easier. Easier is relative. Hey. Quit stunning me for your follow-up shot. That's very rude. Only I'm allowed to do that. Only I'm allowed to take advantage of the situation. You're not. You're not me. You don't get main character privilege. I get main character privilege. Not you. Hey, quit flinging your giant balls at me. That is especially not very neighborly of you. See, you like me flinging stuff at you. You don't like it very much, do you? You shockwave toting BA, huh? Love how you keep replenishing your armor, but then you keep immediately making it vulnerable to attack. Almost like you failed to learn your lesson. Think repeating things over and over again is going to save you. That's how you die. Oh, okay. Supposed to be impressed. What are you gonna do now? Your core is mostly exposed. You know, I'm not even gonna bother trying to dodge anymore. I'm just gonna keep pelting you. You're almost dead anyway. What was the point, Chad, huh? What dat? Ooh, is that a boot? Hey, chat. I just gave that enemy the boot. And it gave me a boot. Eh. Seems kind of weird for it to go into her torso if it's boots. Shouldn't it be forming at her feet? You know, generic animations are generic. Psychic boots acquired! You mean to tell me that I can kick people's ass psychically? Enables the second jump while airborne by pressing... Okay, so it's just the space jump. Why do they have to call everything Psychic X? Okay, I can understand maybe the Morph Ball Bomb, but the Psychic Boots? Cannot be stood upon once they have been materialized. Okay. It's the space jump with psychic perks. Let's be real. Can we all be real here? It's to let you know they're psychic. Yeah, pretty much. You know, just in case you forgot that it has additional psychic benefits. Yeah. Well, I mean, Nintendo kind of thinks that their player base is stupid anyway. Miles is basically Nintendo saying, hey, you guys are idiots. You guys wouldn't know what's going on if we didn't explain it to you every step of the way. We both know that all you are idiots. Everyone who plays this game is clearly an idiot who has to have everything explained to me. They kind of are. Yeah, but you're not supposed to treat them like idiots. That's what the scan visor is for. The scan visor is to explain things to idiots like me. That's how Metroid has always functioned. When you're being stupid and you don't know what you're doing, you just scan it. You always do. What I'm saying is, it's a system that works, chat. I guess they were afraid that people wouldn't bother trying to scan things. Master Teleporter key acquired. One of the keys required to activate the Master Teleporter in Corona Tower. A total of 5 keys must be collected. Open the menu with minus and check the inventory for more information. Woohoo, chat! We got it! That nice? Hopefully we will be leaving Voltforge soon. Because this game is not kind on performance. But then again, we've already established that, haven't we? Oh, right. Right, these platform things. I remember seeing them in the first area. Okay, if I could just... There we go. I must psychic them into existence, chat. Ooh, 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 ooh. Awesome. Isn't that amazing? Ba 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 hooray. Ba 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 hooray. Coolio. Does that mean I can leave now? Have I been certified? Am I now a certified Akira motorcycle driver? Am I now the power sliding master I've always wanted to be? I hope so. I had to beat up an energy ball to get this far. I kicked him in the ball. And then he gave me the boot. Scan. I'm entering Samus's mind with my psychic powers. I'm holding my psychic controller, wielding my psychic cannon, with my psychic motorbike. Huh. Oh, test circuit security, huh? Interesting. You can choose your destination now. Neat. Accelerate to proceed. You gotta burn rubber. You gotta go burnout. This facility was made by speed demons. You gotta burn out to proceed. Vroom! Born to be wild! Bow, bow, bow. I'm a speed demon. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Now where do I go? Pretty sure that's it for me. Ah, dang. Laggy, laggies. All the laggies. Wait, is that my goal? What is my goal here? Okay, mission. Write the master keys. What is my mission here specifically? I ain't got no idea. Laggies. Let's go on to the storm, chat. Boosted it up. You must be this rad to proceed. Radical! Radical! I'm a speed demon, chat. I'm a speed demon. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Unfortunately, the game is not a speed demon. Damn right. Damn right, Neo. Damn right. I'm ready to leave. Hopefully the game's performance will pick up a bit. That's what I've heard everyone saying, that Vault Forge is the point in which, for this particular type of play, it tends to screw up the worst. Take this. Who else wants to get shot? Huh? I got plenty for the rest of you. Yeah, suck on that. I am the speed demon. Broom. Oh wait, where am I supposed to go? Oh, maybe right there. That would make sense, I think. Maybe I'm supposed to get off this thing. Yeah, probably. Okay, now I see. You notice something? Those platforms are spaced out just enough so that you have to use the double jump. It's almost as if you had to have proceeded in the game to complete it. Crazy thought, eh? Really, I wouldn't have figured that out. Yeah, me neither. It's clearly a complex puzzle. Okay, time for this speed demon to vroom, vroom, vroom out of here. Fortunately, I hear the dullest part of the game is up ahead. At least I'm out of the Vault Forge. Hopefully the performance won't be nearly so bad now. But it's done saving. You know, after it's done building the shaders and whatnot. Beautiful. Look at that. You know, I'm actually really appreciative of the fact that we now have good performance again. Notice something, Neo? Gary? Anyone else who might be here? Parker? Look how smooth it is now. Probably because we're entering the very empty desert. I mean, yeah, there's still some stuttering because of the shader building, but for the most part, solid. Solid performance, at least. Yeah, this place is freaking empty, man. Soul Valley. Ooh. Ironic name. There isn't much soul to be had here.
You found a teleporter key. Congratulations. Looks like there's 3 keys left. Up to you to decide which one to go after first.
That's a lie. I hate sand. It's rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Also, he's lying to you. He said, up to you to decide where to go next. Yeah, I heard that that's not the case, chat. You still have to get items to progress like a Metroidvania. So, you cannot, in fact, go anywhere you want. Yeah, I hear this is going to be a regular part of the game. Also, notice something that's not here. I mean, other than the desert itself being very empty, you notice something that's lacking? I don't know about you, but there's an appalling lack of music. You want to know Nintendo's solution? Oh, you need an amiibo that costs $30. Wonderful. Oh, sure, you can just get 100% of the game done and then never come back again. That'll unlock it too. But if you want the radio station on the motorcycle, you have to get a $30 toy. Yep. No, they've become worse. I would argue they become worse. They are leading the trend for highest prices, while ironically falling behind for actual hardware quality. This is basically a Switch Pro. The Switch 2 is basically a Switch Pro that is priced worse than the PS5 and Xbox Series S in some cases. But you know what, chat? I know a better solution, and it's free. I can add my own music. Suck it. Think I care? It's fitting, isn't it? I found it while searching for royalty-free rock music. I think it's very fitting. Don't you? If I'm gonna have to go through this empty-ass desert, I may as well do it in style, eh? Oh, fell off the ledge. Doesn't that just become so much better with rock music in the background? Like, compare this versus this. Which would you guys rather have? I know what I'd rather have. Yep, there's that barrier again. We're not getting in there just yet. It's still gonna get boring past the first, like, 5 minutes, but this helps. Oh, that would just be awful. Don't give them ideas. They might put that in the next one. Do you believe this is still supposed to be Metroid? Keywords there, supposed to be. What's this? Ah. Shot expansion, okay. Wow. Boom. May as well look elsewhere. I don't think I'm getting in there just yet. This doesn't look terrible. I mean, it doesn't look as bad as I saw on some images, anyway. Then again, the way I'm playing it isn't normal either. Wink, wink. May as well go looking around, see what we can find. What little we can find. We're gonna have to get these eventually anyway, so why not now, right? Plus it'll give more time to potentially have better versions of what I'm using to help it run the game better over time. Plus, as dull as it is, this area at the very least performs well. Something I'm very appreciative of after the Vault Forge. What's that? Transfer pod. Destroying the pod will not damage its contents. I see. Golem power cell. Okay. Often used to transport heavy machinery. I'm guessing you need a power bomb or a super missile or something to break through those. Okay, vulnerable to explosive impacts. Fair enough. Basically the hive wasps from the first Metroid Prime. Just, you know, with better graphics. Nothing much here. May as well leave. Now the weird thing is, this feels more empty than Red Dead Redemption 1 on the PS3. I legit saw people make the argument that, oh, if it wasn't on the Switch 1, it would have been... Oh, hey, Jess. You came just in time for this. Oh, wait, actually, I think this is one of those shrines, so we may have actually found something interesting. Yeah. Yeah. At least we found something of mild interest. Yeah, there were people There was at least one person suggesting that the Switch 1 was holding it back. And to that I say, Red Dead Redemption 1 also got on the Switch 1, and it looked much more feature complete. I mean, blaming the hardware, it's kind of lame. It's kind of like what people who defend Pokemon do. Who defend the latest Pokemon games, saying, well, it's just because the Switch is too weak. I beg to differ. The first two Metroid games were on Metroid Prime games were on GameCube. Did that prevent them from being good games? I think not. A lot of this boils down to design choices. What's this? Drain for circulating pumped groundwater. This draws from the same common channel with the water evenly distributed in each. Okay. Green energy crystals. A strong impact will break the container. Okay. Okay. So these are basically just collection areas to get these green crystals a little faster, I think. Ooh, a missile expansion. How do I get that? Finally, something of interest. How do we get it? Good to see you, though, Jess. Hope you're doing well. Okay, there we go. Back there. It looks like something you should be able to psychic beam into. Maybe I just gotta pull on it. Oh, here we go. But whatever that does, I can do it here. Unlocks when its central sensor detects energy exposure, an explosion, or a concussive blast. It will open when approached. Cool. Awesome. So if that flows water, what do I do with that? What do I do with that information? How does that help me? Maybe I should try this. See what happens if I do this. Oh, it will just be instantly destroyed once it hits the water. Or maybe I'm supposed to do this. That works better. Huh. It was that easy, huh? Just had to find the little tunnel. Good news, Chad. I was just making it harder than it needed to be. That just like me? Oh. Well, however you get back there, that's not going to be so easy, is it? At least I got a missile expansion, so that's good. Do not see anything else we can do here. That's probably all you can do right now. Probably need something else, but potentially. Or maybe you need to get behind there somehow. Alright, let's get out of here. Seriously, if there's one thing that I think is really stupid in this game, it's the fact that you don't get music in the desert, Soul Valley by default, and Nintendo wants you to buy a $30 toy, or beat the game 100% to get music. I'm not kidding. Luckily, I've got my alternative here. This definitely makes it a lot more bearable. I don't even know what those ones give you. Wait, that one looks big. Only psychic energy in the form of a diffused oscillation blast wave can pulverize it. What does that mean?
Have you located any of the teleporter keys?
Nope.
If you're not sure where to go next, check the map.
Thanks, Miles. Will do. Didn't ask, but will do. Where is that volcano? There's supposed to be a volcano somewhere. I think that's where you're supposed to go next. So that's what you were supposed to do.
If you're unsure where to go, you can always explore the unsurveyed areas. Have you checked out the volcano?
Thank you, Miles. I definitely was not looking for it. Nintendo really thinks we're stupid. Quick! It's been 5 seconds! I know, I'm busting the game's chops, but that's kind of weird. What even is the volcano? I don't see a volcano anywhere. It's over here. Wait. Not the volcano? What? Entrance to Spruce of Shrine. Entrance to Fury Green, GF Debris. Entrance to Vault Forge. Entrance to Chrono Tower. Mech part, what? Right, okay. I'm guessing that would be the game. Just trying to flat out tell me where to go. Come to think of it. I'm supposed to use, this to break that? Nope. Of course not. Why should we do the cool things to get things? Ah. Alrighty then. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Taking target practice out of those birds. I'm pretty sure that was added just to make it not completely boring. Just to give you something to do. Now imagine this without music. Awful. Right, that's the area I tried to get into earlier, but couldn't. Clearly, that's not the way I'm supposed to go. At least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's a nice big gap there that I can't cross. I see a cave. I was about to say, okay, that's just a shadow. Never mind. I thought that was a mirage, but worse. It was a shadow. Dang it. Thought that was a cave. I got my hopes up for a second there. What disc? Oh, is that the one I went to before? Yeah. It's kind of funny. When you're bored and you just take it out on the wildlife. Maybe that's one reason why Samus tends to destroy everything in her path. Boredom. They got in her way, chat. You gotta pay the penalty. Dang. You have to be going a certain speed to break through the crystals, I see. Let me. Oh wait, I think it's the shrine that I was just in. Okay, fine. I'll do the mission. I don't even know what it is I'm supposed to be doing then. Is this the area? Okay. Now I think I kind of see a volcano. It's pretty subtle. It would have been better if the smoke was black or something, you know, make it stand out more. Get out of here. You did this to yourself. I would have left you alone had you left me alone. But you didn't, and so I didn't. Funny how that works, huh? I think that's for a booster ball, yeah. Yep, up. Kinda weird that Viola just immediately disappears. Boosties. You must open your third eye, chat. I think that's enough of that. We're no longer in the desert, on a horse with no name. But you know, it did feel pretty good to get out of the rain. And because there ain't no one for to give you no pain, you can remember your name. Did I beat that horse into the ground long enough? Lighter than air gas in its body, then floats into the air. Okay. Neat. I beat you to it. Well, at least it accommodates my tendencies when I'm playing a Metroid Prime game. I must scan everything. Okay, I've already scanned you. Or to be more precise, I've scanned something that is identical to you. I want to scan the door now. Vehicle gate. Oh, okay. Huh. Wait. Oh, okay. I guess you're supposed to still be on the Viola, huh? It's still gotta load in some shaders, I see. Kaboom. It's still gonna have some choppiness here and there because of the shaders. Yeah, kind of, considering they're needed for the game's textures to load in properly. I would say so. Unless you want the game to be without textures. Fortunately, we are out of Vault Forge. That game, that area was very performance choppy. Flare pool. Ooh, I'm so scared. That doesn't sound nearly as cool as Magmore Cavern. Hell is that? Did some aliens start whizzing in the lava pools or something? Because that's what it looks like. Ah, Silex, you crafty bastard. I know who did that. I recognize that hand. Oh, that was tricky. Just when you thought you'd get through it the easy way, eh, chat? Oh. What the hell? So why did Samus decide she needed to jump off over into the lava? Or I guess since it's underground, it's technically magma. Why did Samus have to jump into the molten rock? And that wasn't even me. Samus just decided to jump in that direction. Emergency bridge retraction triggered at the facility. This route will remain impassable until a new bridge deck is installed. Okay, maybe I can figure out what that green stuff is now. Object out of scan range. Okay. Okay. What the hell is that? It actually looks like there are ghosts in it. Okay. I could have gotten it from the other side, too. Is made of extremely durable Hornacite ore. High-powered explosives will be required to clear the blockage. Mean this? Oh. I don't think it was powerful enough, chat. Ooh, the music sounds tight, though. Listen to it. I don't think we're getting any further, though. Interesting. Okay, so I'm guessing you have to go on the other side of it because... Oh. That door says that you need to activate it on the other side anyway. Actually, I got a better idea. I can get a better view by just doing this. I won't be able to actually do anything, but at least it should give me a good idea of what's over there. I'm pretty sure the beam is going to fizzle out before it gets anywhere close. Yep, I called it. And unfortunately, all that crap over there is out of scanning range. And I'm guessing as badass as Samus is, she's not going to be able to motorbike over molten rock. I don't see even her pulling that off. Ah, okay. Oh, great, it's them again. Hey, Chad, just when you thought you seen the last of them, huh? Oh, wait. I got a better idea. Oh. Did it just desummon my Viola? Get out of here. I do appreciate the fact that when you lock onto an enemy, the missile launcher turns into a homing missile. Beautiful. Also, check this out. You can actually see the reflection of Samus's face as she actually closes her eyes because she's squinting from the light. For this game's faults, I can appreciate things like that. Pretty dope. Ah, must be building a ton of those shaders. What the? Oh crap, it's freezing again. Am I still on? It froze again. Yeah, it froze. Good, we're still on. I have to be paranoid about that now because usually if the connection drops for like a second, it decides, oh, the stream must be over now. Yeah. Like, literally my entire computer froze. I couldn't even see the chat. Or I couldn't see it responding. Freaking scary, man. When I see that the levels aren't even moving on the audio, like it outputs the audio, it tracks it, I guess is the right word. You see the meters going up and down. Whenever those aren't moving, I know there's a problem. This game is still relatively new, so it makes sense that there's a wee bit of issues. Superior sealing and insulation make these ideal for transporting liquids. They are effectively indestructible. Okay then. Lamorne demolition crane. Industrial equipment for extracting recyclable materials from waste equipped with plasma torch. Neat. Cuts metal using high heat arc plasma used to slice waste materials into manageable sizes. Right, this is why you were supposed to come here first. Because apparently you're supposed to get, like, a heat beam. And no, I didn't intentionally try to spoil it, but there are people who talk about Metroid Prime 4, and one of them talked about the fact that the game basically lies to you about it being open-ended. Sees with a single light-emitting eye and walks on 8 clawed feet, it will approach intruders in its territory and trigger an explosion to repel them. Get out of here. So they're trying to blow me up, huh? Get out of here, you bastard. Get out of here. Well, the whole point is that you have to get new items to unlock new areas first. It's like a Hollow Knight Silk Song, if you want a great example of that. Metroidvania is all about you explore, but it's not fully open. There are a lot of areas that are locked down. There's a mandatory path. But there are a lot of areas that you can explore around too, like optional areas. That's the way it should be done in a Metroidvania. Like, you've got your optional areas that get you rewards, but then the main path is mandatory down one side. Like, there are certain bosses that you have to beat in order to progress, you know? Lamorne made circuitry for a plasma torch exposed when the coupler detached. It is manually removable. Fire chip acquired. A chip made by the Lamorne, a Galactic Federation engineer level 4 or higher, can modify this chip and integrate it into your suit. You know what that means? We gotta go back to Miles. I'm sure Neo will be excited about that because apparently he loves Miles. Well, good to know Miles has one fan. I think it would be cool if he was like some background character that Samus saves in the beginning, and then at the end he's like piloting a mech and he returns the favor. Like a sort of "did you forget about me" moment. I think that would have been so much cooler instead of forcing him down your throat every step of the way. But that's just me. That's just me, chat. That's just me. Oh boy. Sometimes the game is having its fits, I see. Luckily, it's not freezing my main computer. Like freezing OBS and everything else. Speed limited. Speed limited. Oh, okay. I guess that's how you can tell your business and there is over, huh? Dang, it must have a lot to load. Alright, let's do it. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Although Miles, he's not as bad as he could be. We're gonna see as bad as it can be. Because there's this other NPC. Makes Miles look like Shakespeare. Or I guess it makes Miles look like Anthony Higgs. Because I like Anthony. I think he should be in more games. Probably not because Other M is infamous, but I mean, Prime 4 is like half infamous. A lot of the internet certainly doesn't like it. I think there is some good in here. So far. I think if you had just removed the open desert and maybe minimized the NPC involvement, it would be a lot better. Alright, let's add some music because... Yeah, exactly. Anthony is one of the best. Bring back Anthony and bring back Admiral Dane. Those two are the best.
Looks like you found some Lemoyne technology in Flarepool. I'm pretty good with machines. Want to bring it back to base camp so I can take a look?
I'm technically required to, so yeah. Ah, right. I kind of did that. Because it had cutscenes and I forgot to turn it back on. Thanks for pointing it out. Thanks for the heads up. Much better with music, isn't it, Jess? This is what it's like normally. And if you want music, normally you'd have to buy a $30 toy. Or beat the game 100%. Freaking stupid. Oh, it isn't? I thought you had to get like 100% of the scans. And then it would unlock. It's all good. Right. Oh, okay. So there's literally no way to even unlock it without the amiibo. You can't even just 100% the game and then unlock it the normal way. I mean, I thought that was incredibly stupid and pointless as it is, but now you can't even do it the normal way. You literally have to buy a toy to get music. That's stupid, man. That's freaking stupid. Screw that. I'm gonna play my own music. And I think this is fitting music for a desert on the motorcycle. Some jamming tunes right here. Where's the entrance? Okay, you made your point. How do I actually get back there? Oh, it's all the way over there. Okay. That is seriously stupid, Neo. And Nintendo's been doing that crap for a while now. Like on Metroid Samus Returns, and I actually like Samus Returns, so this isn't even a matter of, ooh, I just don't like the game. It's the one for the 3DS, the remake of Metroid 2. The hard mode is locked behind an amiibo. Look, I don't care if you get a physical toy with it, that's still basically locking hard mode behind a paywall. That's saying you have to give us money for a DLC, you have to give us microtransaction money just to unlock hard mode or unlock music in the desert. Forget about other AAA gaming companies, that is like a new level. The only one that even comes close is when Konami charged $10 for an extra save slot in Metal Gear Survive. Yeah, for real. I'm actually glad this still got a Switch 1 release. I'm glad Nintendo didn't pull that crap. Can you imagine if Nintendo would pull that crap where, oh, sorry, you need a Switch 2 to play the game now. We've decided to abandon Switch 1 development. Luckily, they didn't do that. But still. I figured this is probably going to be the newest Nintendo game that I play for a while. Just because I don't want anything to do with the Switch 2. Even if they come out with an emulator for the Switch 2, I probably don't want to bother. I'll just play other games, it's fine. You know? There are other games out there. There's plenty of games out there. Hell, I could play older Nintendo games, too. I don't think I'm going to be playing Pokemon, though. Unless they resolve the Pal World lawsuit, I am not playing Pokemon again. Because I'm not going to support that practice. Where, oh, we have a competitor, let's sue them into the ground. Screw that. You guys can enjoy Pokemon if you want, even the new games that are kind of crappy. But I've decided that I am boycotting Pokemon outright. I'm not playing it on my channel. I don't want anything to do with Pokemon until the Pal World lawsuit is resolved. Obviously, if Pal World is left standing afterwards. Yeah, that's fair. There are a lot of people saying that the Switch 2 is basically a Switch Pro anyway. As in, it's not that much more powerful than the Switch. I think it's comparable to the PS4 Pro. It's like a little bit stronger than that, but it's not that much stronger. It's not a full console generation stronger anyway. People were saying it's basically a Switch Pro. It was supposed to be a Switch Pro. That's the rumor, and that Nintendo decided to just call it the Switch 2. I don't know how true it is, but that's the rumor. It could be full of crap, so take it with a grain of salt. Ah, and I gotta go all the way back there. Oof. They really need fast travel points. But knowing Nintendo, they'd probably lock the fast travel point behind a paywall. Hey Reiko, how are you? Good to see you, mate. I'm just kind of bitching about Nintendo's practices lately. But otherwise, I'm doing just fine. Hope you're doing fine too. Now, just because I was bitching about the game and Nintendo, I will give credit. Retro Studios knows how to make atmosphere, at least in Metroid. I think this looks pretty good. This looks pretty nice. Some people might disagree, but I think this looks pretty good, especially for a Switch game. Like, the Pokemon games look terrible for Switch, but I think this looks beautiful. Is it the best looking game ever? No. But, I mean, this is a Switch 1 game, so what do you expect? Still looks fairly nice. This area specifically does. You can see the foliage, you can see the water flowing down. Don't promote yourself, what? What do you mean? What do you mean, Nixon? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. What do you mean by that? So, is there something I'm about to overlook? Oh, okay. I'm guessing once I get miles to upgrade my suit with that heat chip, then I'll be able to shoot that. Well, at least that gives me a reason to come back here. Yeah, no, not exactly. That's weird. I whip my roots back and forth. I whip my roots back and forth. At least in Prime 4. I think I held on to the charge button a wee bit too long. Hey. Get out of here. Oh, neat. Ooh, missile expansion. Sweet. Ballin'. Now this is what I like about Metroid. Beautiful. Who wants to get shot in the face? I see we've got plenty of volunteers. Come on, there's plenty of energy for everybody. You get a shot to the face, and you get a shot to the face, and everybody gets a shot to the face. It's the right way. I can never tell. I'm always second guessing myself. Yep, it is the right way. Cool. Coolio. Oh, right. I forgot to turn off my motorcycle music. My bad. This place actually does have music that I'm overriding. It's actually pretty nice music, too. You can tell Nintendo was proud of it because they put it in the trailer. And credit where credit is due, it's good music. When the game has music... Freaking Soul Valley selling your music back to you for $30. Sorry, I'm still really salty about that because that is one of the scummiest things ever. There are people who boycotted the game just because of that, and I can understand. It wasn't enough to drive me away, but I mean, I get it. I totally get it. Take this. Seriously, good music in this part of the game. Ooh, look at that. You can actually see for miles. Did I just make an accidental pun there? You can see for miles, and I'm about to go see miles. Eh. I'm full of them, chat. I'm full of something, alright. Get out of here. Well, the exterior of Samus's suit is about to be full of their blood. Right, I don't think I ever got around to scanning that. Several critical components missing or damaged, non-operational. That's wonderful. Dang. Federation heavy container, only extremely powerful explosives can destroy them. Awesome. I'm gonna guess super missile or power bomb. Just a thought.
Welcome back, Samus. Come on, show me what you found in Flare Pool.
Come on, talk like a normal person, please.
Alright, what do you got?
Kidding.
It looks like a circuit, and it seems like there's a chip inside. Okay, let me analyze it.
Now that's a nightmare.
Really interesting. Oh, this is fascinating. I see. This program converts the energy that the device emits into thermal energy and highly amplifies it.
If I tweak it and integrate it into your arm cannon, you should be able to use another new shot type. Ta-da! Give her a try.
Fire shot acquired. New shot type accessible. Fire shots launch high heat rounds consuming 1 shot ammo. Press down to activate the fire shot sub-weapon and then press R to fire. The fire shot causes targets to briefly burn after being hit and can melt ice. Hey Biz, how you doing?
You can now use the fire shot. You can shoot projectiles with extremely high temperature, so I bet targets will burn or melt when they're shot. If you find anything else, bring it into me. I'm dying to do more experiments.
I know exactly how I'm gonna test it out, too. Sorry, Miles, but I do need a test subject, so...
Stop that! Ow! Ah! Careful! Come on! If you could stop, that'd be great.
I'm doing just fine, Biz. How are you doing? Oh, you just said you're doing good. Okay.
You're hurting me. Are you enjoying this?
Yes, you finally figured it out. Chat, he's learning. He's learning. Are you enjoying this?
Fire shot.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh. Turn it on, I see red. What's that? Okay. Only if exposed to extremely high temperatures. Wait, I literally just did that. Oh, you gotta use the missile launcher with it. I guess that makes it produce... It makes it produce heated missiles, I guess? I mean, there are ice missiles in the Metroid series, so I guess why not fire missiles, huh? Why is the game suddenly going slow as hell? Is it because of that thing in the center there? It doesn't usually run this slow. Pressure plate trigger for providing the long ring with psychic energy. The plate will sink if stood upon, which activates the mechanism. Cool. Very cool. Jeez. Game is all of a sudden going really slow. Not exactly. Oh, neat. Lock can be removed, only a surge of electricity. Okay. Translation, you need an electric shot first. My name is Ivian, more than a Lemorn priest. I am one who freely commands the elements. Cool. That's cool, bro. Large gate barring access to the rear chamber. Activation of a separate device will cause it to open. Awesome. With the leg. Exposed to extreme cold. So you need the ice beam, the plasma beam, and the wave beam. I'm just gonna call them by the Metroid Prime 1 versions. Because screw just calling it fire shot and ice shot. Okay, you need all of the elements. You need to become the avatar. Chat, you need to become the avatar to get further in here. Well, except instead of air bending, you got a lightning bend. You gotta double fire bending, essentially. I hope the... Okay. For some reason, that room right there is really slow. You notice, other than when it's loading in, it usually runs perfectly fine. There are certain areas that are just really an issue, it would seem. Missile expansion acquired. Fallen. There was another area, though, so I don't want to leave just yet. There we are.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back to you, too.
Hey, that's too hot.
Eh.
Ow, that burns.
Burning, burning, burning.
Don't.
Yes.
Please stop.
No.
Ouch.
Up so long, Miles. One for the road. Here's something to remember me by.
If you could stop, that'd be... Good luck out there, Sans. I'm on comms if you need me.
I'll be sure to come back again if I need a shooting target. Man, I'm making Samus such a D-bag, aren't I? Thanks for the upgrade. Shoot. I find it weird when the game has moments of slowdown. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful, ain't it? I do appreciate the sense of scale. Even though I'm pretty sure those are some kind of combination of low poly environments and maybe flat textures. But still, just the fact that it looks so broad, it really gives a sense of massiveness. It makes the world look massive. I can appreciate things like that. So good. Get out of here. Quit dodging. Quote that girl from Pokemon, dodging is for cowards. There you go. Hey. Get out of here. Get out of here. Take this. You fool. I've actually heard good things about the ice area. How it does a really good job being unsettling. I guess we'll see, won't we? Like, if you're a fan of Metroid Prime and those low-key horror vibes, apparently it's got it. Looking forward to it. Quit dodging, you coward! Oh, jeez. What is with a random slowdown? It's kind of weird. I just don't get it. What am I even looking at here that's causing it to slow down randomly? Yeah, I was about to say, get me over that ledge, please. Like we're watching Baywatch. Do, 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 do. Hey, damn it. Wait a minute. Oh, look at that. I didn't notice this before, but it has its own ammo. It's a mixed bag. There's some elements that are kind of crappy, but there's a lot to love about it too. It's like I've said before, when it plays like a Metroid game, it's good. It's very solid. But the stuff that Nintendo decided to slap onto it for no reason, like, to some extent the NPCs can overstay their welcome. They can be a little overbearing, and especially the desert part. But when it plays like Metroid, I'm having a blast with it. Like this area right here, this feels like Metroid, you know? This area right here is solid. Burn. Phew. Where is it? Where's that area? Where's that thing that needs the fire that I missed before? I'm having a sneezing fit all of a sudden. I think I just passed it. No, I didn't. For some reason, I've been sneezing a lot today. Must be allergies. And a sex. This is beautiful. No, my Switch standards. Although I thought Assassin's Creed Black Flag was really beautiful too, and that was PS3 era. Where is it? I must have walked past it by now. Didn't I? Did I miss it? I think I might have missed it, yeah. That bitch. Oh, this must be where I missed it. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm gonna check anyway. Yeah. I can see why. This is what Metroid should be about. It should be about exploration, soaking in the atmosphere, enjoying the music, enjoying the vibes. Metroid very much has a vibe to it. The nature areas are more tranquil, and then you've got more low-key horror. Miles. We just had to go see him. Oh no, apparently there is a girl who's even worse than Miles, believe it or not. Because apparently she sees Samus and then she starts fangirling out. Okay, this is it. My bad. Shot expansion acquired. There we go. Beautiful. Get out of here. Anywho. Let's just go rolling. I think it's about as fast as walking normally, but still. It's kind of funner. It's kind of more fun rolling around as a ball. Well, unless the lighting bugs out. There, but it's out of place in a game like this, especially with a trained soldier. I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's not the kind of vibe you usually get from Metroid. Nowhere near as bad as the desert part, but... Oh, crap. Now the game is really having a fit. Jeez. Why does it get this bad in certain areas? Yeah. I feel like if you wanted to do something like that, there could have been better ways to do it than a trained Galactic Federation soldier. It's just kind of weird to me. I'm not gonna chew anyone's head off if they like it. They like the character. I just thought it was kind of weird and out of place. Just me. Maybe, but like I said, it's not the kind of vibe that I look for with Metroid. Even Anthony is he comes across as very professional. He doesn't start squeaking over Samus. The funny thing is I'm pretty sure she started touching on Samus's suit, which... Forget about Metroid. That's kind of creepy in general. Don't go touching on someone without asking first. No matter what your gender is or what the gender of the other person is. Don't just go touching on someone. Wow, is that a new suit? Samus even almost looked off-putted by it. Like I said, if you like the character, it's fine. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. What's that? Why is it raining green? I think it's a layer, because you need it to interface with the Viola bike. You know, like the Phazon suit and pretty much every other suit she gets. I'm sure it's just a layer. Well, that's interesting. It's almost like Phazon. Strengthened and altered its body marks, giving them a prominent green coloration. So it's pretty much just Phazon, but it's green. It's green Phazon. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fair enough. Oh, I'm just gonna get out of here. Like I said, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. I think the worst part of the game, from what I've heard, is this desert area. I mean, just look at it. It's a drab, empty desert. It almost feels like Nintendo is just trying to ride off the success of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So, for some reason, they thought that forcing in an open world segment that doesn't even make any sense would somehow make it more popular. Not sure what logic that is, but that's what it seems to be. Kinda. I think what the fusion suit is they had to remove sections of Samus's suit to try to get at her to cleanse her of the infection of the X parasite. So there's a lot of pieces still missing, and I guess the Metroid DNA sort of oozed out of those missing gaps or something. It looks like a lot of her suit is organic, which I'm guessing is like Metroid membrane or something. I'm not entirely sure how it works. But it is mostly just her power suit, just with chunks of it ripped out and with some organic pieces. It even becomes like her normal power suit in Dread. Oh, oh, I see. That just gives you a boost. Is that the ice area? I'm not sure. Right. Apparently you're required to. Yeah. That's what I interpret it as. Because in the opening of the game, it does say that they had to remove sections of her suit to try to get at her. Because it couldn't be removed while she was unconscious. They basically cut into her with a laser. You can see there's a laser in the cutscene. And it looks like there's chunks of her power suit missing. Even get up there. That. There we go. Huh. Oh, I think you need the spider ball to get up there. That explains it. I didn't see that before. Yeah, you need the spider ball, yeah. That explains it, yeah. I didn't pay attention to see the spider ball track before. Now I just gotta figure out where I am supposed to go. All the fun of a giant-ass desert. Darn it. Here's the area. What that purple means. Purple up there. On the mini-map. This is an entrance to something, and I just gotta get to it. Huh. Discharge shot it, huh? Neat. Get at that. Only psychic energy in the form of a diffused oscillation blast wave. What does that even mean? This is psychic energy. You'd think that would mean this, right? Nope, that doesn't even scratch it. Spoiler ball. Spoiler ball. Okay, so I have to be able to destroy that to get in there. Well, guess I won't be getting in there for a while. Or at least for now. Where the hell am I supposed to go? That's a question mark, whatever that is. And it'll have to remain a question mark until I can get this spider ball, spider ball. Unfortunately, the green crystals are apparently mandatory. At some point in the game, you have to get a lot of green crystals to go further. Progress with the game. Apparently you need them to beat the game, rather. But there's Vault Forge. Maybe I need to explore more in the middle. A lot of emptiness in the middle. Yep. I don't blame you. This is easily the worst addition to the game. This doesn't even make any sense either. It doesn't feel like the game was made with this desert in mind. What it feels like is they developed a normal Metroid game with all the areas and everything. But then I'm guessing Nintendo or someone else up high thought, you know what? Instead of making them just connect to each other naturally, like we did with the Prime series, let's just put a huge-ass desert between them for no reason. Yeah, I'm sure everyone would love that. Thought I saw another opening somewhere. Don't remember though. Oh wait, is that the Chrono Tower? I think that might be. Right, it's the one that's sectioned off. I guess it's one nice thing. While I'm getting lost, I'm trying to find my way forward because the game is somehow hand-holdy and cryptic at the same time. At least I'm getting more of these crystals. So hopefully by the time I'm actually supposed to be getting them, maybe I won't have to get as much. Yeah, the bike is cool. I just wish it wasn't in such a drab, empty desert. The desert comes across as completely unnecessary. like I said before, it would be really cool if this was like a fast travel mechanic. You know, like the Bell Beast, can you imagine? Can you imagine, Jess, if it was like the Bell Beast, where in certain areas, like Samus can summon it to certain tracks, and then it just shows like a little animation of her riding her bike to each location as it loads in? I think that would be cool. Like I said, make it like the Bell Beast, except, you know, mechanical. Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, Nintendo got into this mindset of we need to make everything open world even if it doesn't make any sense. They did the same crap with Mario Kart. And for the most part, people think that being open world made Mario Kart World worse. Because there isn't that much to do. Like, they peppered in little challenges all over it, but for the most part, it feels like empty with not that much to do. Like, they literally only did it because they could. And they wanted an excuse to charge 80 bucks. In fact, people were trying to use tricks to get around having to go to the intermission tracks that are apparently really boring and that they sucked. That was kind of scummy. Maybe before you cut off the means of skipping it, maybe first you should make them better. Not make people not want to play your game anymore. No significant damage detected. It can be safely connected to the body. What? Oh, what are you? Green energy shower. I love how it doesn't even try to come up with an explanation for it. It's just green energy shower. Or maybe they'll come up with a name later. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. It worked for Zelda because Zelda is that kind of game to begin with, even on Ocarina of Time, where the whole point is being this massive world that you get to explore around in. The older Zelda games were more structured. They weren't really sandboxes either, but it makes more sense for Zelda. Using the psychic lasso, okay. So, something that I need to get. I get the feeling that I gotta come back here later. But yeah, it made sense with Zelda at least. Like with Breath of the Wild, it was new, people were excited, people loved Breath of the Wild. I mean, I loved Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom too, although looking back on it, I still think Majora's Mask is my favorite of all time. I rated those higher initially, but in retrospect, I think I would say that overall my favorite Zelda is Majora's Mask. But the point I'm making here is that that works for Zelda. Zelda has always been about exploring. Open world would make a lot of sense in Pokemon, but for some reason Game Freak doesn't want to put any effort into them at all, so instead you just get a tiny little ass town. That's like antithetical to open world. The one game, the one series that Nintendo still cares about that would make sense in open world, we're not going to make it open world. What do you think I'm doing, Miles? Hey, Miles, have you tried just letting me look around first before you decide to unilaterally tell me where to go? Just a thought. And again, I can't complain too much because technically the older Metroid Prime games did give you an idea of where to go if you were stuck for a while. But yeah. Oh, are those the snowy mountains? It's hard to tell. The visuals don't really lend themselves really well to being able to tell certain things. Like, that's supposed to be a volcano. You can sort of tell it's a volcano if you look really closely at it, but where's the big bellowing black smoke coming out of it? It would be so much more obvious if the visual design was more distinctive. Everything looks so bland, that's another problem. It looks so bland. Fury green? Okay. Bolt forge. Back part. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Yeah, if there was more visual distinction, it would probably also be better. There's not that much visual distinction. It should be, but, I mean, look at it. Does it really look that much like a volcano? If you look closely, it sort of looks like it has a hole on top of it, but that's so obscure. I'm not saying it should have lava actively flowing out of it, but it should have black smoke bellowing out of it to make it more obvious. And this is supposed to be an ice mountain. It does not look like an ice mountain. It looks like a regular mountain with some smoke, maybe, for some fog. I don't know. It just seems a little bland. I'm gonna go into this tower first. This shrine, I guess. I'm gonna call them shrines just because Breath of the Wild. You can tell they took it based off of that. Oh. Well, good timing then, huh? I have exactly the thing I need in order to go into it. Fun times, huh? And it's basically just a source for extra crystals. True, but we're not talking about a real world volcano. We're talking about a video game volcano. And the fact that they don't have a visual indicator to tell you that this is supposed to be a volcano, it kind of makes it harder to know where you're supposed to go. You know, there's nothing to really make it stick out. Like, if you compare it to Death Mountain on Ocarina of Time, there's black smoke really apparently bellowing out of it. You can see, like, a black ring of smoke, and it makes it stick out. Yeah, for a real-world volcano, that would make sense, but I feel like you can stretch that a little when you're in a video game and you want to make it a little more obvious where the player's supposed to go. There should be some more visual indication. Yeah, pretty much the point of these shrines is just to give you more green crystals. They pretty much exist to get you more green crystals. That way you don't have to spend nearly as long hunting them. And occasionally you might find a missile expansion or something. Like I fortunately did in the first one. Anything else here to explorate? Doesn't seem like it. Wait, what's that up there? Interesting. Interesting. There's a lot of things to burn. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. That for a video game, it helps if you have visual distinctions for your different areas, such that it's obvious from a distance. If you're gonna have a massive world, there should be more obvious key distinguishing factors for distant landmarks. That's part of level design. If everything just sort of bleeds together, then it becomes a chore. It should be intuitive. Like, see, that massive Chrono Tower is a good example. That's actually an example of it doing something distinctive. Screw this, I'm getting out of here. The Chrono Tower, at least, is visually distinctive. I mean, it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's right there in the middle. It's got that giant force field around it. You can see it really easily from any distance. They should have had more areas like that. Where you can see it from across the map and it looks really obvious and distinctive. Some of these areas start to show their visuals when you get closer up, but you gotta get close up. The massive F-off tree, yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much, bro. Ow. Maybe I shouldn't be throwing myself into fuel tanks. Beautiful. Anyway. What's this? With its sensor non-functional, the door cannot be opened. Ah. We have to psychic ourselves up some platforms. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Like I said, I've heard good things about the ice area, actually. That it has those horror vibes that you expect from a Metroid game. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's check it out. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. Error. I love how it says error, but it still works. Was Samus's visor erroring? Error. Oh, wait. That actually did scan. Transports loaded cargo vehicles between Soul Valley and Ice Belt, online and operational. Good. Cool. I don't get why game characters can't walk on ice. Sure, if the character walks slower, but you don't slide unless it's down a slope of wet ice. Yeah. It's usually an exaggeration, you know, to make gameplay mechanics. So I've heard about this area. It's basically a facility that's been iced over. Its protective cover is missing, allowing it to be safely removed. Okay. Oh, I see. You're supposed to get an ice beam, I guess. Right, gotcha. Light delivery truck. Grapple crane control terminal. Wasn't trying to scan that part, but okay. Its claw attachment grabs and moves cargo. Oof. Airtight container installed with independent cooling systems for preserving an organism at extremely low temperature. Its circuitry is exposed. Cool. Exposed. Exposed. You've been exposed. Neat. Ouch. Missile expansion acquired. Sweet. It's time to chill. Crustacean morphology, ice crawler. Well adapted to freezing temperatures, it remains active even in low temperatures and possesses a relatively soft carapace covered in sharp thorns. Take this. Mustache, mustache. Ice time. The ice is thickened over time, becoming part of the wall, requires extreme heat to clear. Yeah, so the game presents itself like it's open-ended, but in actuality you still need Metroidvania items to proceed. Which, obviously, that's how Metroidvania works, but that's why it should not have an open-world hub. It's the antithesis. You try to do both at once, it just becomes worse for it. Just Mr. Freeze when you need him. I think what we need right now is Mr. Heat. This area is frosted over. It reminds me of that one sector from Metroid Other M. We find, I believe, Morris's ice-frozen body. Ice belt. Like I said, I hear this area is pretty good with the horror vibes. Like, it's the most Metroid Prime feeling of the areas. Best ice puns. Oh, don't give me the cold shoulder now. Just chill out, man. Abandoned after their delivery truck overturned. Battery charge is 0%, non-functional. Thickened over time, it can be melted using high-temperature tools. Emits ultrasonic waves from overhead to detect and map the positions of valuables in the area. An electric shock will activate it. Oh. It must have scanned something else entirely. Shot expansion, nice. A shot expansion in there. Oh, here we go. Nice. It's nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. 10 Below. Friends call me Snowmeister. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. I'm too much. Alien wolves. We got company, chat. These are cold-hearted killers right there. Snow wolf, carnivorous quadruped, living in the frigid regions of Ice Belt. A pack hunter that surrounds its prey, its cold natural habitat makes it ill-suited to warm climates. Okay, I just gotta shoot them with the heat. If I can get them with the heat, I'll be good. What is this, a spiritual journey? It almost reminds me of the drone from Metroid Prime 1. You know, the first boss that spits out wasps. Well, the second boss, technically. Because the first one's the Parasite Queen. But the first one, when you get onto Talon, it spits out wasps and then they just circle around you. Until some of them decide to attack. Give me that kind of vibe. Doggo is full in the clear, got it. Oh, cool. Unfortunately, these doggos are about to get put down. Had to be done. These are very bad doggos. Look at all them doggos. And all of them evil. Take this. This isn't gonna work, you know. I got plenty more where that came from. Especially since you idiots keep providing me more of them. Yeah, pretty much. But they gotta be put down. Get out of here. Hey. They're getting in bigger numbers. They're coming at me in bigger numbers, I mean. Dang. They're coming from all directions. Cowards. They're trying to disorientate me. Attack from every direction at once. Damn, there was two of them there. How many of them are there? Who was that? Do I want to know who that was? Gargar, what? What are you talking about? It uses oxygen and hydrogen from the surrounding environment, generating heat, light, and electricity. Heat. Small-sized cargo launcher. Oh, Gary. Okay. I was about to say. Right. Who was that? That was a close one. I was down to my last energy tank. Wolves are very aggressive, aren't they? Used by maintenance tanks, the red light indicates it is offline and locked. Routes various kinds of data, currently offline. I suppose my only nitpick with the wolves is that they looked a little too much like regular Earth wolves. I would have made them look more alien. That's just me, though. It was cool, though. Pun intended.
All clear. I never thought I'd meet the legendary bounty hunter, Samus. In a place like this. Corporal Rigert Tokabi, Fed Sniper, Herc Unit Delta. It's good to finally cross paths with you, but tell me, where are we? We were deep in gunfire. I lost visuals, then woke with a busted comms unit and a leg to match. Now, I tried to access this terminal, but the only thing I could get operational was the gun. That's it. then I see this here. What do you make of it?
This guy's cool, but for some reason when I saw him, I thought he looked like James from Other M. Which, if you care about spoilers for that old of a game, mute now. Who was the deleter? So, you know. Probably has the coolest personality, though, so far.
Oh, you were able to activate this. A map of the facility. But it's corrupted. Ah, you want to go there. In that case, this elevator is the only way down. But the power is offline. One moment. There. That must be the generator room. I think we can bring it back to life.
Eh.
All right, you have the map. I'm no good with this leg, so I'll have to keep an eye on you from here. Luck be with you.
I could nitpick and say the way he talks is a little bit funny, but so far he's definitely my favorite. Yeah, Melissa kills him. I'm just saying he looks like him. Actually, he's never revealed as the deleter in the game. You gotta use context clues. Like, he's obviously not the ones that the deleter killed. And he wasn't killed by the deleter himself. He was killed by Melissa. Because the deleter's role was to get rid of evidence. And he probably would have been tasked to kill Melissa too. But obviously, she was too much for him. Yeah, exactly, Biz. And Prime 3 had a decent amount of NPCs too. Like Admiral Dane. I just don't want them to overstay their welcome, like following you and saying, oh, what's that? Hey, you know you can use your map, right? Oh, look at that. You might want to use a missile on that. You know, people have jokingly pointed out that Miles' armor has yellow in it because he's literally the embodiment of yellow paint. That's pretty much why a lot of people did not like characters like him. Both because their personalities kind of conflict with what Metroid is usually like, where it's more serious. And just because Metroid does not lend itself to characters basically following you around and pointing things out. Alright. Whatever you say, man. Just don't start giving me pointers on how to proceed. I don't want that. I want to explore. This is Metroid. Yeah. Miles is like Bad Tales of the wrong franchise. Maybe. Yeah, he's definitely that typical dorky character who, you know, is really good with machines, but when it comes to an actual fight, he, what's the word I'm looking for? He chokes really easily. Like when he pulled out his gun, he immediately dropped it because, you know, haha, funny, haha, he's a dork. But he's good with technology.
Need something?
No. Rotating beam turret. Okay.
That is one powerful turret.
Am right. Currently offline, okay. He's basically like Reese from Tales from the Borderlands, except he doesn't get the interesting character arc. Like Reese Strongfork from Tales from the Borderlands is the Miles that Miles wishes he could be. Actually supposed to go. I should actually pay attention. Yeah, I got the map. I don't think you're supposed to go through there because that, yeah, that's a thunder blocker. Oh, I think you're supposed to go down there. Okay. Obviously, the facility is offline. There's no power, so you can't go down there. That leaves us with the one option, I think. Oh, wait. I wasn't even paying attention. Here we go. Found it. It's weird how when the game starts getting choppy with the frame rate, the audio goes way out of sync. You can tell it wasn't intended to have to keep up with slow performance. Actually, I should probably scan them at some point. Dartwing, okay, cool. I wasn't scanning that, but okay. Snow Roach. Okay. Give me your help. Breaky, breaky. Ah, it's the Shriek Bats again. I can never get away from them, can I? They will always haunt my nightmares. You know how you can tell this NPC is so much cooler than Miles? I didn't feel the need to shoot at him. Right, I should probably use the fire first. It's probably the most normal NPC so far. He has a slightly weird way of speaking, but I'll just chalk that up to a quirk. But then again, he seems to be the typical straight-laced one. But it works in Metroid because typically Metroid is straight-laced. Rails for distribution, okay. Airtight, can operate on minimal power. Okay. Oh. I should probably just go through the door, huh? So, I was told about, I heard about this place vaguely, like I said, that it's probably as close as you're gonna get to, those low-key horror vibes, like in the Space Pirate area, in Pendrana Drifts. Like, it's unsettling. There are creatures, but for the most part, it's a dead facility. Psychic lock unit. These locks can be released with the collected TK. What? Interesting. Psychic energy. An hourglass. Neat. Wait, what am I supposed to do here? How do you actually... Maybe one of these nearby doors will give me a clue. Control security systems on this floor, currently offline. A linked activation device is nearby. Accessing encrypted file, research diary, day 1, endeavor. Data downloaded to logbook. Cool. Floor security display shows the locations and current state of security doors on this floor, currently offline. Oh. But what's that? Slot will function normally once the ice is melted. Woohoo, I did it! Let's see what we've managed to uncover here. These are the kinds of vibes I like in Metroid. It's almost like you're a detective.
Samus? You hear me? I patched into the facility's readers. I can use them to communicate.
Yay.
I noticed that several rooms were unlocked at once. That was you, wasn't it? Nice. Proceed with caution. You never know what's lurking.
Thanks for the tip, Mom. Never would have known that. Guys, did you know? Proceed with caution. DNA sample storage case. Neat. Conceals a ventilation shaft. Be shattered by a strong impact. Connects to the adjacent room. Cool. Nova DNA sequencer. Cool. Lock is designed to be pulled off. Yeah. It's like on Wolfenstein, The Old Blood, when that guy over the radio was telling him to be careful. Like, what's that? Kill all of them that I can find? You got it. Oh no, I said psh. Oh, you're breaking up. Psh. Shoot to kill. That's what I'm hearing. Fire at will. I suppose I should have clarified. Shoot when you have the inclination. Maintenance lift currently offline. Bomb slot fitted with a security cap. The cap must be removed before use. So how do you remove the security cap? Psychic. Oh, I'm learning a new spell. I'm just kidding. Ooh, is that what I needed? Psychic lasso, nice. This is what you needed. This is how you pull things. Tracks used by maintenance tanks equipped with a latch point, allowing them to be pulled down. Cool. We got it, chat. Got the lasso. Yeah, great. Psychic lasso acquired, because everything in the game must be named Psychic something. Use to attach the psychic lasso, then use to pull. Cool. Woohoo, chat, we did it! Neat. That's neat. That neat. Gotta pulla, pulla, pulla. Pulla, pulla, pulla. Ballin'. Well, at least it waits for you instead of constantly going up and down, so you'd have to wait for it. I will give them credit for that. Shot expansion, nice. Now I can shoot even more things in the face. Isn't that great, chat? I've always wanted to increase my killing ability. Now I can. Neato. Get the psychic missiles, I already did. You're joking, but I already did. So what did this do for us? These don't seem to be of any use. Maybe I gotta shoot whatever that is. Can't scan it. Oh, maybe I just gotta pull all of them and then it'll activate something. Let's do it, chat. Up goes the weasel. Wait, what's that? Sample vial containing a TK code. Oh. What's that? Oh, it's one of these. Geez, they really are ripping off Hogwarts Legacy, aren't they? First, they ripped off the TK code fragment collected. First, they ripped off the sort of tracing thing that you get when you learn spells. And now they're ripping off this. See, I wouldn't have a problem with that if Nintendo wasn't currently suing someone for gameplay patent infringements. Sequence state incomplete, host state stable. That was cool. Open up. Open up, mate. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to pull this? Eh. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Actually, maybe you're supposed to activate all these. That makes sense. Hold on, I think you can actually see the inventory here. Huh. I guess it's because you get the... Oh, wait. Get the missile launcher technically after she gets the psychic stuff. That's fair. Now I remember. I thought it was Hogwarts Legacy. That I was thinking. I must have been thinking of Shadow of War. Access code approved, displaying organism laboratory hologram, data download authorized. So, map data? Is that what you're telling me? Area map acquired. Sweet. Map data for this area has been downloaded. Press minus to open the map screen. Cool. Isn't that great? Isn't that great, chat? That's just beautiful, chat. That's just beautiful right there. How do we get that upper right one to spark up? Oh, it's because of the TK code. Now I get it. Those TK codes are what I'm looking for. Darn. Now I find the second one. Lock's released, okay. Maybe, yeah. But thinking on it now, I was thinking of Shadow of War. The point is, it's funny that Nintendo will sue other companies over using gameplay mechanics, but they will full-on rip off other games' gameplay mechanics all the time. You know? That's pretty much how the game industry works. Because there are only so many ways that you can innovate with when it comes to gameplay mechanics. So it's considered a taboo to enforce gameplay patents. Nintendo is trying to burn down the entire facility. Cooling device found to be defective, okay. They're basically trying to burn down the entire industry just to get rid of Power World. They're breaking a taboo that threatens creativity in the gaming space. Yeah, pretty much. Desk arm for performing internal and external repairs. Also, speaking of which, Nintendo claimed that they owned the right to mount on animals. Even flying animals specifically, Shadow of War allows you to get a Drake and fly on it. So what about that? I don't know, the whole thing is stupid. That's why I'm boycotting Pokemon completely until it gets resolved. in a way where Pal World doesn't get destroyed. Like, if the courts rule in Nintendo's favor and Pal World cannot exist anymore, then we're screwed. We are screwed as a gaming... The gaming space is screwed. Because then every crackpot game company can grab any game mechanics they can and prevent you from making any game ever. Unless it has game mechanics that literally nobody else has ever used before. That is the future if Nintendo wins. They will make it. Them and the other major companies, they will make it so that if you didn't get to it first, screw you. Oh, that's cool. So, would that mean Nintendo did do it first? At least as far as video games are concerned? I mean, given that you can mount and ride horses in real life, I would think that that's too vague of a concept to own. That would be like id Software saying, well, we made Wolfenstein 3D and Doom, we popularized the genre, we own first-person shooters now. Activision, you better stop making Call of Duty because it's a first-person shooter. Okay, here we go. Oh, I see. It even gives you the code. Beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm gonna keep playing until I can find a save station or something.
Whatever you're doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Thank you? Light maintenance tank. Huh. I'm surprised the maintenance workers are working. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Reiko. Thanks for the heads up. Obviously, I couldn't look it up myself since I'm currently playing a game, but appreciate it. Come on, clankers. What do you got, huh? Get out of here. Locks passages. These locks can be released using TK codes. Interesting. The point is, Nintendo does not own the concept. Even whoever did it first cannot claim to own the concept. Because people used to ride on horses. Oh, okay, here's a save station. Well, I don't have to go into overtime. But I'm gonna look around a bit more. Like I said, this game is a mixed bag. When it plays like Metroid, it's great. I'm loving this part of it. Like this part right here, solid. Love this part right here. Oh wait, that's broken glass. They could probably break through that. Yep. Strong impact will shatter it. Like this. Kaboom. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it was originally being developed by Bandai Namco, and Nintendo scrapped it and restarted the development process. A new studio called Modern. Well, maybe they should make a new studio called Common. You know, since they had Rare. They should make a new game studio and just call it Common. Common Studio. We don't have the Rare gym anymore. All we have is the common stuff now. And then it should make all of their modern day slop. Well, or modern, as you suggested. They should call it Modern Common. Or Common Modern. It can be used to make all their AAA slop. That's just your garden variety modern game. Slop. And AI is only going to make it even more sloppy. Apparently Tim Sweeney wants to hide the fact that they're using AI. Just okay games, yeah. I think that actually describes this game really well. No, it's not noteworthily terrible. I mean, aside from Golem, I can't think of many modern games that are as bad as, say, E.T. for the Atari 2600 or Superman 64 or any crap like that. But there's a lot of stuff that's just unremarkable. You could actually argue that okay games are worse than terrible games because at least terrible games are so bad that they're entertaining. Whereas with a lot of mediocre games, it just puts you to sleep. But I do think this game is good overall so far. Aside from the desert. The desert part sucks, but, you know. Rest of it is good. Rest of it is solid. Solid as ice, actually. So, anyway, I'm going to be looking for somebody to raid now. And I really appreciate you guys for hanging out with me while you could. And, of course, I will be doing more Hollow Knight Silksong on Monday, and then more Metroid Prime 4 on Thursday next week. Just give me my page if you're watching me on YouTube. And for both YouTube and Twitch, here is my raid message. You guys make it worth it, seriously. Always love having you guys aboard. It's especially nice seeing a full house, essentially, of my regulars. The Game Awards are going on. Cool. I see a couple of people are streaming that. Bunker. Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto. A couple of people doing Grand Theft Auto 5, interestingly enough. Chatting. React. Yeah, most of the people that I'm following that I can raid into are doing the Gaming Awards, so maybe I should just raid one of them. I should just pick one. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm definitely gonna raid her. I know her. Oh, we are unable to raid. Never mind then. Sucks. Someone I knew. She's actually cool. Too bad I can't raid her. Oh well. Too bad. So sad. I mean, I'm familiar with all these people, but anyway. He will raid. Not her. Why even show me channels that I cannot raid? I understand that people have their settings specific so that you can't raid certain people unless you meet a certain quota, just so that you don't get troll raided or something, but I mean, why even show it on my list if I can't raid them? Kinda messed up. It confuses me. I don't want them to show up on my list if I can't raid into them. Just saying. Anyway, can I raid into you? Nope, we cannot. Which, why you gotta make things so difficult? Why you gotta make things so difficult? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I raided this person before. Nikkei Nata. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. We will be raiding into her. And that is gonna have to be it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread this video around like the desert, sand, and rough and coarse and irritating, and I will see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one, and have a nice and very pleasant day.